If you were to ask a narcissist what they really want, they probably wouldn't know how to answer the question. Of course, there's this broad concept which is known as narcissistic supply. So they want people who they consider to be good supply, whether it's because of the attention, the devotion, the positive energy, the empathy, the commitment, all these things that kind of culminate into this term supply. So of course narcissists, they want good supply. But if you were to ask a narcissist, you know, to talk in detail, what do they really want? What is the purpose of good supply? And how does it actually make them feel better? They wouldn't really know how to rationalize that and explain that because they themselves are for the most part oblivious to it. They just act off the back of their instincts, what they need. They kind of, when they see something that they need, something they want, the target is potentially good supply, they want to go get it, even though they don't really understand what they're actually looking for. What narcissists are really looking for is somebody who will save them from themselves. And what I mean by that is narcissists can be their own worst enemy. When narcissists have to live with themselves, the negativity which is always stirred up within them, the negativity which they create and have to handle, that can become too much to bear. The negative thoughts, the insecurities, the paranoid feelings, the lack of worth, sense of self-worth, the feeling of shame, unhealed trauma potentially, other unaddressed issues. All these things in the narcissist cause them to feel just awful. They feel like they're imploding in on themselves. And they don't know how to deal with their own feelings. They don't know how to process their own feelings. They don't know how to address the things about themselves that do need to be addressed. What they really want when it comes to supply is somebody who will save them from themselves. They want somebody who can come into the picture, perhaps somebody with very strong people-fixing tendencies, who will fully devote themselves to trying to fix the narcissist, even though the narcissist will never be fixed. Or at least it won't be the target who will fix the narcissist. As the target tries to do that and the target becomes depleted, energetically exhausted, starting to feel awful themselves, that temporarily, as the narcissist watches the target disintegrate in that sense, it temporarily gives the narcissist relief from themselves. Also, in addition to somebody who has these people-fixing tendencies, if somebody's willing to receive the ongoing currents of negative projection from the narcissist, in other words, narcissists will say and do certain things. They will say certain things to the target. They will do certain things such that the target experiences the feeling which the narcissist actually feels. If the narcissist is struggling feelings of shame and low self-worth, they'll do or say certain things to the target about why the target should feel like they have no sense of self-worth or why they should be ashamed of themselves. They'll manufacture scenarios or conversations or circumstances to make the target feel the way the narcissist actually feels. And by doing that, they're actually projecting their own negativity onto the target. So while having a target who gives the narcissist attention, is devoted, all that's good, it's really important that the target has these people-fixing tendencies, that the target is willing to be an object of the projection of the narcissist. And when the target has those traits, those attributes, as the narcissist would see it, then that means that the target actually helps the narcissist save them from themselves. But it's all very temporary. Because the narcissist can't process their own feelings, they need an outlet. They need to dump it on somebody else who then feels those feelings that the narcissist doesn't want to feel. But that's very temporary because these negative feelings from the narcissist, they're always coming about. So if they feel a deluge of these feelings coming now, they'll outlay it into the target. But then 20 minutes later, the feelings are right back. And if the target's not in the picture in 20 minutes or 30 minutes or 40 minutes, whenever the next, current of negative feelings comes about, then the narcissist will then have to deal with it on their own. So what the narcissist really wants is somebody who's willing to be an ongoing receptor of everything that they can't handle about themselves. And that's really what narcissists are looking for in terms of good supply. I mean, there are other types of supply narcissists like. I mean, they do like lots of excitement and stuff, and sometimes they need many people to give them supply. But they need to have that one supply who will be the object of their negative projection, because that's the supply who actually keeps the narcissist feeling stabilized, who gives the narcissist a sense of grounding. So yeah, when it comes to having that important supply that they want to always have around, to always be available to them, they want somebody who will help the narcissist save them from themselves.